Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my September reading wrap up. One quick thing before we get started. I am sick right now, so please ignore my appearance, and if I sound funny, I'm sick. So I'm doing the best I can with trying to sit down and filming this video, but it needs to get done. So I'm gonna try to push on through this and hopefully you guys understand. So I read my normal 5 books in September, and I feel like it was a pretty good reading month. Let me flip to my monthly spread here. So I read 27 out of the 30 days, and this is what my calendar looked like for the reading. The first book that I read was French Kissing in New York. This one I rated a 3.75. It was a really cute book. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to, which was really fun. So this takes place in New York City, obviously. The main female character, though, is from France, and she moves over to New York City. But it's a really cute story, actually. Like I said, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to. So my thoughts here, I wrote, I enjoyed this book more than I thought I would. I fell in love with Ben and my heart broke for him. There's a lot of French speaking throughout the book. It was also interesting to read about New York City. The ending actually caught me off guard and I sobbed. So yes, because she's from France, there's a lot of like French speaking and references, and then there's also a lot because she's coming from France to New York City. There's a lot of like stuff about the city, like touristy places and stuff. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but right here is an example of like some French speaking. Couldn't tell you what any of this stuff means, so I kind of just like I guess you would say skipped over it. Like I kind of just like read right over it. Literally the only thing I know is bonjour. That's the only thing I know. But yeah, this was a really cute book. I enjoyed it. If you're really into like French or New York things, I would definitely recommend this book. It was very interesting. But yeah, not a bad start to the month. The next book I read, I actually, because it was Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, and I actually read it on the Kindle, thank God, because I love Lucy Score so much. She's become one of my favorite authors, but her books are so freaking big, so I'm very thankful that I was able to read it on the Kindle. It made it so much easier for me to do so. I read a tiny bit out of the book, but majority of it I read on the Kindle. So this one I rated a 5 stars. Like I said, I love Lucy Score. She's become very quickly one of my favorite authors. I've read, I think this is my 3rd book from her that I've read. Or is it my 4th? Hold on. Now I need to find out. Let me check my list here up front. Lucy Score. 1, 2. Yeah, this is my 3rd. Okay. So 3rd book from her that I've read, and like I said, love. My thoughts were, Lucy Score's writing is so good. Very early on, I love the book and the characters. Their personalities are great, and I feel so connected to them and the town. I love how everyone has each other's backs. The chemistry between Knox and Naomi was so strong. The end was so emotional, but so good. So I think one of my favorite things about Lucy Score's books is the fact that they're like all small towns and like everybody knows everybody type of thing. I love that so much. It's just easy to read and very heartwarming. So this one was Naomi and Knox, and she comes to knock him out to help out her evil twin sister Tina, and ends up finding out that she has a niece that she didn't know about. So then now she's the guardian of her niece because her sister kind of like runs away. And then Knox is like he's a big part of the town, I guess you would say, and he kind of steps in and like helps her out, and then they end up obviously getting together. But it was such a really good story, and I don't really know what else to say. I loved it a lot. I'm looking forward to continuing this series and, of course, reading more Lucy Score books. I want to read probably most of her books, quite honestly. The next book that I read was Only Love Can Hurt Like This. This one I rated a 3.25. This one was pretty emotional. It literally even says on the cover, an earth-shattering secret, a life-changing love story. This one, I see my thoughts. Overall, I think this book was cute. However, the end of this book actually broke me. My heart shattered. Anders and Ren were really great together as friends. I really enjoyed the characters in this book. It was a slow-moving book, but overall enjoyed it. So, again, I feel like the majority of this book I wasn't like loving it, but I also was enjoying it enough to continue reading it. But I feel like majority of it they were kind of just like really good friends. And then kind of like at the last minute they ended up getting together. But yeah, the ending especially, I don't even remember like how much of the ending. Probably the last, I don't know, 100 pages or so, give or take, was where it got really emotional. But it was a pretty easy read, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah, not really know what else to say about that. The next book I read was The Inheritance Games. I've been putting this off a little bit, but also what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think straight right now. Looking forward to it, maybe. That's what I'm trying to say. So I finally read it. I rated it a 4. Definitely, I don't know if I've read that somewhere like in a yeah, right here. This strong Knives Out-esque series opener provides ample enjoyment. So yeah, it's kind of in a way giving like Knives Out, which I love. Knives Out, it's one of my favorite movies. Also it has Chris Evans in it, so if you know, you know. But I enjoyed it a lot. I rated it a 4, and my thoughts were, I really enjoyed the scavenger hunt feel this book gave, as well as the mystery. I enjoyed most of the characters, especially the 4 brothers. I didn't quite understand the answer to the puzzle, but I liked how the ending leads into the next book. So, yeah, it was very, scavenger hunty. They were trying to, like, hunt down all these clues to figure out the answer to this riddle or puzzle or whatever, and I didn't quite understand what the answer meant, but it was a really fun read, and like I said, it kind of leads into the next book, which I love when books do that. So yeah, I'm again looking forward to continuing this series. And yes, so moving on to my last book of the month. I just finished this book yesterday. So this was The Chase. This is the first book in the Brer You series. I rated this one a 4.25. And so my thoughts were, overall, I enjoyed this book. The characters were cool and funny. I enjoyed the sports aspect of the book. I also liked the college aspect as well. I'm looking forward to continuing the series. So I know I didn't really write too much about the actual book in that thoughts part, but this is about some people who are in college. It's kind of like, oh, what's that trope called? I can't think. My brain does not work right now being sick. I'm like blinking and confusing things. So I apologize, bear with me. The main female character is Summer, and she moves in to a house with a few of her brother's friends, and one of those friends she has a crush on, and they kind of go through like some back and forth on like whether or not they like each other. And, you know, of course, you know, they're gonna end up together, so that's not really a surprise to anyone. But I think this is the first book. Oh, I also, again, scatterbrained here, I forgot to mention, I read the Inheritance Games and The Chase on the Kindle as well. I'm pretty much taking any chance I can get to using the Kindle, so I read these both on the Kindle as well. So I think this was the first book though that I've read that had like a college aspect, which is why I wrote that I liked it, as well as like a sports aspect. So this was like hockey, what do they call it? Hockey romance? I don't know. The main male character is a hockey player at the college that they go to. So hockey romance, is that what it's called? Yeah, okay. Hockey romance. So this was like the first type of like sports related book that I've read, and I love that because I played sports in high school, so I really enjoyed that. And I, again, looking forward to continuing the series. That's enough talking. I think I'm starting to get out of breath here from rambling on because I can barely breathe as it is. So I'm gonna cut this a little bit short. I mean I covered everything anyways. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you made it this far. Thank you for bearing with me here with my sickness. I am looking forward to reading my books in October, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that video. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Have a magical day. Bye, guys.